I want the high school GED diploma because first off, it's going to open doors towards me going to Warwick Community College. I want to go there so I can get a higher degree in a field like the medical field, like a nurse, because I feel like first off it will pay more money so I can support my family, and so I don't have to stress anymore about how am I going to pay my rent, how am I going to pay electric or anything. I feel like I need to put more effort into my family, and I feel like having a career will do that for me. Also, I want to be a better example towards my daughter, so when she grows up she can see, and I tell her the story of where I came from, and so she can see that how I had to struggle and work hard to get where I am today, and how much with doing what you need to do and working hard can cause you to have a better outcome with having an education. And I want to be that example to her and to my future children, that they can know, hey, if I do this like Mama did, then they won't have to struggle, and they can see what I had to go through, and see if they have to go through hard times, not to give up, because I felt like giving up. It feels like I have a family that I never had before. Like, I have a family, but being with this MOPS program and the girls from the group just feels like I have more of a stronger support system than I've had before, and it's a great joy.
Aww. I came in here, I was really scared and didn't really know what to do, and you kind of brought my feelings together and taught me how to deal with all the things that was going through my mind, and taught me how to organize it and figure out what I needed to do to move on to the next step, and helped me out a lot. Really taught me how to try to forget all the things that had happened in the past, and how to try to just concentrate on what I'm doing, and concentrate on how to make my son's life better, and how to concentrate on how to communicate better with her so that we don't have any arguments, no giddy-ups, anything like that. So that no matter what, whenever we're dealing with handing off my son to each other or anything like that, everything goes smooth. So you guys helped me with a lot of how to deal with what she did to me in the past, and how to forget and forgive, I guess. At first I was so mad I couldn't even look at her, and now you guys have us in the same room having conversations, so I guess just listen to everybody's advice, and the whole center and my family, and finally waiting for that opportunity till I got to see my boy, and then once I saw him, that's all I wanted.
I was going down a path that I knew to be bad, and I was scared, I was frightened, not sure of where I was going in life except for backwards when I first came here. I wasn't sure what to expect. Like I said, I was very scared. I guess my hopes were to find out if indeed I was pregnant, and which route to go from there. I was given a second chance. God showed me grace and mercy, and being a single mom already of 2 children, and already being involved actually with the church, a community church in the area, I just hope to just live my life for God, just completely, and just go the route and the path that He has for me, whether it be, Kingdom Kids, or just even helping women with my story, so that they would come to believe as well. Not only was I walking in here not knowing what to expect and being scared, but I walked out of here with a new sense of hope, and another chance, a new direction, and a lifelong friend. And I was able to get in touch with the doctors that I needed in order to find out what was actually going on in my life medically, which could have been fatal, and also I was told that I could have been infertile for the rest of my life had they not found it in time. I think my greatest accomplishment, my whole life, anyone that knew my life story has said, why aren't you hooked on drugs? Why aren't you dead or in jail? You know, because of the abuse and foster care and just, I mean, numerous things that I've been through. And they told me that people with my story never made it. And I made it.
And my story, on the outside, it was good. I was a good mom, I was a good wife, I was a good friend to a lot of people. And, but on the outside, it was like a mask that I wore. I was broken, I was shattered because of a decision that I had made when I was younger, in my 20s. I had opted to have an abortion, which haunted me for 40 plus years. At the gala last year that I attended, when I found out about Shirley Grace, I realized that there was something for me. And then I even actually identified with something that was said at the gala about post-abortion syndrome. And I came to Shirley Grace just so that I could open myself up for God to fix me. The feeling just wouldn't go away. It's something that you can't just stuff underneath a rug, so to speak. It's something you have to deal with. For me, it was the disappointment in myself for the decision that I made to abort an amazing gift that God gave me. From the minute I called Shirley Grace, I felt nothing but love. Even Miss Pat, when she answered the phone, actually told me, she said, I don't know who you are, but I love you. And that made all the difference. No one judged me. Everyone loved on me. I would most definitely recommend anyone who felt the grief and the disappointment and the regret that I felt to come to Shirley Grace.
My mom lives with me, and my mom is my babysitter. She had a stroke. She doesn't have any mobility in her left side. When I walked in the door, I felt like family, like immediately. Bobby is just great. It's just, you just feel like family. You're able to speak to people in here, and just, the information that I've learned is a lot different from when my kids were younger. Like the car seats, for instance. They didn't have the little like cushion pieces that go into the car seat that's already there. We had to buy them separate, and they'd never fit. Nutrition, there's a lot more allergies and food awareness that's going on, like gluten-free and soy. But mostly safety. I come here, I hang out with like family.
In between one of those, like there were days where I was naive, everything's okay, blah blah blah, and then there were days where I just would want to lay in bed all day and cry, or sit on the beach and cry. But I came to you in between one of those days where I was able to like just tell you everything that's going on, and it felt really good because I write about everything that's going on and my feelings, but I never got to tell anybody really how I truly was feeling and what I was going through. Nobody knew like how I felt. So you were that person that I could just tell, and it wasn't even just the low part of my life. Like I told you like my things I thought about when I was a kid and how I'm like looking at myself as a kid and thinking about my family and my upbringing, and you really helped me to like unleash all of that again and help me to see where I like take a step back and actually see myself for a second, because I wasn't seeing myself at all.
When I walked through the doors at Shirley Grace Pregnancy Center, I was currently pregnant with Corey. Where I was in life, I was pretty much a stay-at-home mom, but I had the desire to come in and take parenting classes to enrich my parenting skills.
Bobby Hauk, RN and maternal newborn specialist, facilitates the implementation of a postpartum home visitation program. Her home health visits include a general well baby check and a limited exam on the mother. These visits promote general health and safety, strengthen mother-infant bonding, enhance parenting skills, and nurture healthy growth and development of the baby.
I was just looking for support one way or the other, whichever path I went down, which I knew I would have gotten here. It was heart-wrenching, that I was going to be bringing a baby into this world that, wasn't going to have a father, or I thought wasn't going to have a father. But at the same time, it was so inspiring because I was going to be a mom. I was going to have a little baby all to myself. And then Miss Jackie pointed out her heartbeat, and that's what, it's the fact that she really was a baby.
Young Moms of the Shore. It's amazing. It is probably something I've always wanted in my life, and by that I mean a family. I come from a huge family. 5 brothers, a sister, had a mom and dad, still have my mom, but we were never a family. I've had more meals with the Young Moms of the Shore group than I've ever had with my family, and I'm too old to say that. Every other Monday, well, I should say the second and fourth Monday, we get together and we're a family. We pray together, we eat together, we talk together, and it is just a wonderful chance to be with other moms, to get out of the house for a little bit. Some of us are just housebound, and it means so much to me because I finally have leaders. I have people that I can look up to and talk to. I have experienced moms who've been through so many different things. They're not moms that are all alike. That would be no fun. They're all different in their own ways. I mean, it is so nice to have women to look up to as an example and to say, hey, I want to be like her one day.